Kenny Pickett was a warrior, even when he was getting those 13 touchdown, 9 interceptions years, where he was having to force a lot more passes because there were plenty of touchdowns dropped. I covered the 2020 season during the COVID year. There were about I'd say at least 3 games that they lost that they could have won had their receivers just caught the ball more consistent. And we're not talking about winning combat catches. I mean, wide open, Kenny Pickett read the defense, and it was just a simple drop. And it was like, man, that's rough. But in 2021, it still happened a little bit, but it happened nearly as much. And I think you just saw the explosion of his numbers because of the wide receiver group's success. And Kenny Pickett, beyond all else, he is a leader. But beyond his talent, beyond everything else. And one thing that happened, they lost to, I think it was Western Michigan in like week 3 of the season or week 4 of the season. And there was just all sorts of despair. Everyone's like, well, this isn't going to be a special year. Pitt's still, average and isn't going to do anything. And then Kenny Pickett and Damar Hamlin, by the way, as a group, they called a team meeting and they said, this will not happen again this year. And they then went on a tear. It brought focus to the team. They were able to push forward. They ended up getting they ended up winning the ACC that year in the ACC championship. Also, I misspoke. Damar Hamlin did it with him the year before in 2020 when they kind of needed to rally from another point. But Kenny Pickett was the leading force in the 2021 year. That leadership cultivated a culture that is still permeating at Pitt. They won 9 games last year. They hadn't won 9 games in 2021 since like the 80s. So wow, Kenny Pickett does a lot of things special for Pitt, and I think he'll do a lot of things special for the Steelers.